Hello everyone and welcome back to the 11th part tutorial of how to model a basketball court arena. So let's continue with this. One thing that I do want to mention before this, these two objects are basically here for more as like, setting, I don't know, pins on the ground just to know where we at, and we will be modifying them, and therefore we just need them as for, at least for now, just for how to say this, you know, as I said, just so we will have something to relay on. Now about the backboard width here, I don't know what the exact measure is for this thing, though I do think that it's about between 3 or 4 inches. So if I'll go over here and type in 4 inches for this matter, 10.16. So let's say the frame is really 3 inches, and together with the panel that should be assembled to it, it will be more of like 4. Okay, so 3 right now. I will type in this 760 to this 4 that I gave it already. Okay, so here I'll type in this, and I want to make sure that it's like that, like from the left side of the line of the grid, because this is where the ring comes. Okay, the rim. And with that done, basically what we will do right now is start and use our reference pictures in order to understand how this should look like. Now I also want to point to this that the main body of this should start from somewhere just a little bit to the right of the middle of this box here. Okay, so it should be start here and go on following this path that way. So according to this, what we will do, we will open a few of our reference pictures just to take a look on what we have and just to understand the structure. So we have everything here that mounting the rim and everything. It's all related. It's some kind of a resistance mechanism or whatever. It's just shock resistant or something that should work on the rim. And we will take a few inches out of this and start from like here, I think. And then we will follow this structure. Now I do want to take a look on other picture to see how it hangs here, because you see we have this link here that is one one angle, then it's angle here 2 times, 3 times, and 4. So what we will do, we will create a cube as a start, and yeah, you will have to somewhat be aware that we gonna use have those two open here somehow, or maybe I will minimize it or leave it on the back. And one more thing about the ring, the rim basically should be mounted on something like about 4 and 5 inch square. So that's relatively giving you the base of this this arm here. So 4 or 5 inches, it's like 10 on 10. I mean, like, let's take 5 on 5, so we will be on somewhat safe side here. So 5 inches, okay, 12 by 12. So this will be our base of this arm, okay, this thing here. So with that, I'm gonna go over this cube and simply I will switch to perspective view so I can see it better. And I want to scale this to that. So type this on the depth, type this on the height, and on the depth it will be scaled. I mean, it won't stay like that, so don't worry. Now the rim should be mounted here. So what I will do is I will take the cube, okay, as for the rim, like if it was the rim here, that should be somewhere in the middle of this. And therefore, this will help us to bring this just a little bit up, like so. And bring this over here. As I said, I want to leave a little bit of space here, and we will always be able to modify it, stretch it, or whatever. And from the side view, I'm going to right click, choose vertices. I'm going to grab those two vertices. Basically, this is 4 vertices if you're including the other side. So you see, okay. And back to the side view, so we can stretch it that way. And here, I want to take a look on this and see how it's really working out. So I will use this PDF file, and you can see that it starts to bend here, which is a little bit it's just at the front of our pads here, okay. So it can't be really here, it's just somewhere there, okay. It's starting to bend at this point, somewhat like this. And right now it can stay like straight a little bit. You don't need to rotate it, but we will take another look on the reference and see how it goes. Where is the picture? That's weird. This is the picture. So it stays straight a little bit, but it seems like it's a little bit going up that way. Oops. That way. Okay. And with that done, I'm gonna extrude it. Oops, sorry. I will need to go to perspective mode and choose the face of this. So right click face and grab this face and extrude it as face. And side view. Okay, and let's extrude this. Okay, so I'm extruding it that way and bring it a little bit down. Something is weird. That way. And I do want to add a little bit rotation to this. And also, this one is equal to this one a little bit. So something like so. And the angle of this one and this one is pretty much the same. So you can't go wrong with that. It should be something like so. Okay. Sorry, I will go to perspective mode. Okay, side view again, and side view. I'm gonna extrude this again, that way, and if this is angled that way, that should be angled that way. This is just a little bit weird. I will have to use another reference picture. Let's try this one. Okay, so here it's somewhat straight, and even maybe I will grab those vertices and rotate them a little bit that way. And then those, no, that way. And those a little bit. It looks like it's maintaining the thickness, so I can't really play with that much. I need to make sure that it's somewhat the same. And here, yeah, it should be a little bit the same. And here, oops, right click, choose face, grab this face, side view, and extrude this one down like so. Let's rotate this. Stretch it that way. Okay. Now it's just a matter of tweaking this, so I'm gonna pull this up a little bit, and those two, maybe bring them back a little bit, rotate them just a little bit, and I'll try to make sure those, maybe I will grab those two and open them up a little bit that way. Hold on the V key so I can snap it to the same level as those and open it up, maybe this one backwards. So can even bring this a little bit that way. So that way it really somewhat meets the center here. Not too much though. Those a little bit up. And yeah, let's say that we're satisfied with this thing. So now we need to do something here. So what I will do is very simple. I will bring it back to object mode, choose this edge here, control right click, choose edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, and then I will go over edit mesh, whoops, and offset edge loop tool, whoops, and I'm gonna add these two lines here that way. Okay, not too much, just a little bit, and we can then grab those faces there, these, and extrude them out. Okay, now I will do the extrusion through the side view so I can see it better, and simply stretch this that way. Okay, now don't be worried about this, we will fix everything here if it's not correct. Okay, so I'm just gonna open another reference picture, this one, and as you can see here, it goes through one angle over here, and then it's almost the same angle through the rest of this. Okay, so I'm gonna pull only those two here and those two there. Switch to move tool. Sorry, it's still on extrusion. Vertices, these two, pull them out like so. So I'm creating this alignment here, trying to match this. Bring those down, and you can as well see that this curve here goes like this, so it can't be otherwise. You need to push it backwards that way. Okay, not otherwise. Anyway, yeah, these also has some angles to it, so it's very minor angle, though it still counts. So that way, I think that's quite good. And we have only this one here, which is different. So if you take a look here, there is a little bit space here. I mean, it's not like going all the way there to the end. So there is a spot here that it ends. So what I will do is adding an edge loop over here, just here, okay? And I will go to perspective mode. Sorry about all this thing here that just working with one screen and can't really record two screens at the same time. So face, I'm gonna grab those leftovers and I will simply delete them. And what I will do here is I'm gonna right click, choose vertices, and then I will select those vertices and press F to focus on this. And with that done, I can simply come and choose this edge and this edge, go over edit mesh, bridge them. Whoa, sorry, mesh tools, bridge tool. So this has been bridged. Now I will select these. Okay, I will select the other edge, this one, and bridge them as well. So I press G to bridge again, and right click, choose vertices, and just to make sure that everything is patched here, I will grab those all. And you know what? Yeah, let's just do this. Maybe they are patched, but I will merge components, so just in case. And then I will go over edit mesh tools, merge. Where's the multi-cut tool? Click here. Now it will. Not good. Not good. Try to click on this and this one. And now I will simply grab this edge here, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Oh good, that's good. F8 and press F3 just to see that this area is patched, and if it's patched, that's all good. I'm gonna insert one edge loop here to secure this area and this area, and this is just for now. I mean, it's not necessary, but I want to do it. Maybe I will think it over later on. Now here, this area, we need to deal with it. Something here is not correct as like the real thing, so we need just have a look. Maybe one of the pictures is really showing us what's going on there. It should be flat here, like really flat. I mean, like those two. If I will consider those two, I will simply use the side view to do so it won't mess up, and I will try to do something like so. Okay, and these maybe like so, and these just a little bit up that way. Okay, now that's all good. Okay, now we need to start and build up this area here. Okay, now you can see that the first pivot, this thing here, is basically based on it's mounted on the one. Let's say this is section 1, 2, and 3. So it's mounted on section 3, and the other pivot is mounted on the section 4, the corner there. So this is one thing to remember, and I may want to start building up the base first, because this way I will be able more to control on how those two should look like. I mean, the base of them. Or you know what? Maybe I will use. Yeah, maybe I will use. I'll see. We shall see. Okay. So we have this, and the pivot, the first pivot here, should be something like, just a little bit less than that. I mean, if I will take this cube here, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. So the mounted area will be, I will add an offset edge loop to explain this. They should be somewhere here. Okay, so you can see that there is an angle area here. If I will show you another picture. You see it's just curved in like that. It's from this area, it's just going inside, like it's going up but a little bit inside. So this is the very first part where it meets this, okay, this pivot here. So from here I need basically from those two lines I need to grow the harm, this pivot here. So let's see. I'm gonna take a look in here, and let's say that I will add 2 edge loops here. So 1 second, insert edge loop. Sorry. Insert edge loop here and there, that way. And I will add another edge loop, offset edge loop, to determine the thickness of these legs of our thing here. So with those, you see I created those squares here, and this is what I want. I want to grab those two and simply pull them up, extrude them up. So I'll extrude them that way, and be sure that I need to mount them into the third part. So I'm going to use the foreview and this. Okay, this is exactly where they should be. This is already good. And let's say that way, okay? And that's good. I only need to squeeze them. So I will use the scale tool in order to squeeze them. No, I ain't gonna squeeze them that way. I will have to do this in 2 steps. So let's see. We're gonna bring them to here. We have 1 and 2, and then here, this area here. So basically I'm gonna add another extrusion somewhere here and just pull this up. Okay, so I will have those extra edge loops here, and with that I will determine, I will grab those vertices and I can slide them up and down and determine where this area is created, this area here. So there should be someone like so, and if I'll grab those as vertices that way, I can now squeeze it better, just like so. Okay, now don't worry about the thickness of this. We're gonna change the thickness that way. Okay, and yeah, I want this to be squarey that way, and I will have a look. Yeah, this is squarey here in this area, so don't worry about this. So just a little bit space in between them. If I see if this is really as I see it, they are not fully attached there, so yeah, there is some space there, and this space is reasonable. So I'm gonna do the same over here and bring them back to the size they should be. Those two, hopefully they are the same size. Now what I do is grabbing those vertices at the upper part here, I'm gonna grab them and I'm gonna push them backwards down. Okay, now the reason I'm doing this is very simple. I'm gonna connect this area there, and I do want this area to be connected. So I'm gonna change back here. Right click, choose face, grab these two faces, extrude them to the same position where they should be. Move tool, that's good. Now I will be able to bridge this face and this face, okay? Yeah, this is about how it should look like. Mesh bridge, okay? Press F8 to bring it back to object mode, and that's all good. So now we're left only to create those, letters here. There is this one here and the second one, which this one looks like it's external part attached here and nothing in between there. So let's only create the middle one, okay, for now. I mean, that's all good that way. So the thing here is I'm gonna add manually 2 edge loops here. It looks like it should be a little bit more thicker, those legs. And they are, so maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Yeah, I do. I am doing something wrong with that. So never mind. Let's concentrate on this right now. I'm gonna grab this face and I'm gonna extrude this out. So extruding this, switch to move tool and push it over here. Okay. Now with that, you can simply shift right click, insert edge loop exactly where they are, like so. Here and there. Okay. Gonna grab yeah, I'm gonna grab those vertices here. Gonna push them backwards and gonna right click, choose this face, this face, this face here, this face, and let's try and bridge them. Alright, now I will double click on this edge, shift right click to delete this edge, and shift right click to double click on this edge, and shift right click to delete this edge. Now you have to delete edge that way because otherwise you will have vertices left here. Okay. Now with that done, what I will do, I will grab these row vertices, everything that is up, use this scale tool to push them all into a line and align them basically, and those as well. So that's good. Now, because I said that those should be a little bit thicker, I do believe so. I will make them a little bit thicker that way. Oh, maybe no, they are not. They shouldn't be thicker, but those should be thicker. So what I will do here is basically very easy. Is I'm gonna grab all those faces here, down here. Control unselect those, so the legs and the body here will be separated, and I go over edit mesh and mesh extract. Okay, so now there are 2 pieces. Tap on F8 a few times, grab these, right click, choose face, vertices, grab these vertices and these vertices. I'm gonna grab these inner vertices and those inner vertices, and I'm gonna grab those inner vertices and those inner vertices. Now with the scale tool I will push them that way. Okay, now that's all good, but we do have a problem with those here, so I'm gonna unselect those, stay with those, and try to align this. Now that I see that those are in good position, I will unselect those and bring those to be aligned with those up here. Okay, now I may need to push this a little bit more. So I'm gonna grab those two and those two. Basically these are four, you see. And let's use the front camera. Where are we? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, sometimes some objects are disappearing and I can't really do anything. So what I will do here as I go over render, make sure that I am on legacy high quality, or the other legacy, go over setting preferences and show on the view cube. So I'm going to use the view cube to align me with that way. So it's facing straight to this area and I can modify it. So I need to be a little bit thicker. So squeeze it a little bit more. Okay, that way. Press F8, bring it back to object mode, and I think we should be satisfied with this. Okay. Now, those should be mounted with a pin here. So right now I'm not concerned about this, but I do want to keep this to the next part because we are already gone too far with this one. So thank you for watching. I know it was a little bit disturbing because we do using references picture, and I do need to take a look a little bit on how these are looks and try to match things. So I can't predict any errors or stuff like this, but this should happen here and there, and it's acceptable. So at least for me, I'm not trying to convince you, but anyway, this is how it works. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next part. Bye. Don't forget to save this file, save scene. I will save this as 2 if I will regret. Save as. Okay, so bye for now.